Fellow bears, beautiful people, Alan with Primitive Bear Knives here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Spartan Harsey Fighter Fixed Blade. Now before we get started on the demo work of the Spartan Harsey Fighter, I am going to go ahead and let you all know that this is a initial impressions out of the box video. I have yet to test it, I have yet to use it, so this is kind of what this is. Basically a first use initial impressions video. With that being said, the sheath on this I enjoy quite a bit. However, I am going to knock it for that nylon strap. I don't care for nylon. Now, one of the cool things about it, or with it though, is the fact that it is Velcro and you can slide it on and off of your belt without having to take your belt off or unbuckling your belt. I like that. And it's also set up to where you could throw on a tech lock if you wanted to, and that's probably what I'll end up doing. Another cool thing about this is the overall size of this blade. It is 11.5 inches in overall length with a 6-inch blade. So it's a very usable size knife, and it is very comfortable in hand, especially when you give it the good old fist grip or even put your thumb up on top. So that's really cool, but we'll know more when we go down to the state-of-the-art testing facility, the wonky log, and tell if it's really good or really comfortable when doing work with it, like feather sticks. Oh, one other thing about the sheath. I really like the thumb release. That thing's going nowhere. Also, it doesn't have too much rattle to it, but it's not going nowhere unless you just barely tap that up. And then it's going somewhere. So, yeah. Sheath to me is a home run, even with the nylon strap, which is just a personal gripe. It's still a home run, regardless. All right. Let's go ahead and go down to our state-of-the-art testing facility, the wonky log, and put this guy to use, into action. All right, let's start this off with some batoning. So you can see the size of the log versus the knife. You should never try and baton something that's, let's say, 2 times bigger than your knife. Wow, that made quick work of that piece. You saw how fast that went, little lady?
Yes.
And man, is that comfortable while batoning. I am digging this.
I'm getting confused.
Confused? All right, I'll say it can baton quite well. And I didn't feel any vibration when I was batoning too, so that's even better. All right. All right, as you can see, it does feathers pretty well. So we're gonna go ahead and build this stick up, and then we will return to this video in just a minute.
Yeah. Okay, I definitely need something.
All right, I don't have a whole heck of a lot built up right here, but I kind of wanted to come back and say up here, when you're giving it the good old fist hammer grip to do your feathers, it's just a little on the slim side right here in this particular area, so it does kind of make my hand feel sore, and it doesn't even have anything to do with the jimping. The jimping I don't notice, but because it's slim, it kind of hurts a little bit. So if this was just a tad bit wider at the top, it probably wouldn't feel as bad, but that's when you're giving it the fist hammer grip. When you put your thumb up there on the spine, that feeling goes away. So right here, pushing down, I can feel it in this general area and how thin it is. But I don't feel the jimping per se, just the thinness.
I'm almost there to cutting it open.
But when I put my thumb up there, that feeling kind of goes away. So it's nice that you can switch positions and it still work. Now this thing does perform very well when it comes to feathers. All right, we're gonna go ahead and call it quits. And she done put her knife in there. She batoning that wood. Let me set this stick over here. Got a piece of fat wood. Let's go ahead and test that spine out. Now the spine is coated, so I don't know how well it's going to work, but we'll find out. So it's scraping the fat wood good. That's a plus. Scrape that off of there.
I'm hitting the knife.
All right, let me get the handy dandy ferro rod. See if we can strike
It's wider.
a spark. Mm.
It's out.
Nope. So the coating on the spine of this knife is not going to allow it to strike a ferro rod. And that's okay. There's other options on striking a ferro rod. Let's see if my Benchmade Claymore will strike it. Cool. Benchmade Claymore for the win. And that's rare to come out of my mouth. Ooh, dropped it.
I am not good at batoning sticks, so that's my ever first going.
Oh boy, fire's hot, y'all. Simple chopping. That worked. Let's go to a slightly larger branch here. So having that hook back here really does help kind of grip when chopping, but because it's not as prominent, it does kind of want to slide out. So I am having to reposition my hand, but it's really not that big of a deal. There we go. We don't want to hit this. Oh yeah, that worked out quite well. I like that. And I like this blade. Just does a good job. All right, let's go ahead and put us a little bow drill divot inside this piece of wood.
Down.
Getting there, young lady? All right. This is, in my opinion, the proper way to do a tip test. Not stabbing it into a wood and prying and prodding, and that's not a proper way to do a tip test. A tip test, a proper way, you want a bow drill divot. She's getting there, y'all. Oh, I broke my wood.
Daddy! Why
okay.
did you do that?
It's okay. At least we know it was doing its job. So it was doing its job. Let's carve it out real quick. Oh, yeah?
Wow. I have to make it all the way to the very bottom. Which that's not going to happen.
Carved that notch out pretty well. Like that. Now we're going to do something I don't recommend doing with anybody's knife, no matter who the maker is, unless they specifically say it's meant to be thrown. What? Let's try that again. Well, if I was aiming for kneecaps. All right. What the? Come on. That's better. Let's go take a look. Let's see if I can do that again. Nope. I don't know. But it chipped some bark off. That was cool. Huh? Nice little gut shot. It didn't go in there all the way though. I'm happy with it though. We're gonna stop right there. So one of the last things we're gonna do is use this as a pry bar, which I don't ever recommend doing. I'm not a big fan of using knives as a pry bar, but why not? This thing is $10.95 after all, and it is a beast.
A beast? That's what Lucas says.
Yep. I can't get it in there all the way.
Okay, you're definitely lifting it up.
I'm just lifting up the pallet, huh? Let me push down on this side then.
Almost there.
There we go. Pried that up. All right, in the prying process, it hit the nail that was under there and I boogered up the edge. I can definitely fix it, not an issue to fix it. But it's definitely probably not gonna feather very well in that general area where the nail hit the edge. Which is also a reason as to why I don't suggest prying with knives, especially into pallets. But yet people love doing that because they believe that a knife that's geared towards fighting or survival or tactical is supposed to be able to pry. And I just disagree with it overall. And here's why. If this is your only hope, don't pry with it, please. Like I said, this is supposed to be a fighting knife. So let's just do a quick little give me my knife back. What did I ever do to you, 4x4, to be taking my knife like that? I think that'll do. So to wrap up the video on the Spartan Harsey Fighter, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 10 out of 10. No, we'll go to a 9 out of 10 just because of the nylon strap, and that's just a personal problem, not an actual knife problem. This thing is really nice. It really is. It's tough. It can take a lick. And it's that $10.95. Man, $10.95 is an age-old, just really good, down-to-earth kind of steel. It's not going to fail you. It's not going to let you down. And sure, it doesn't hold an edge forever. And sure, it'll rust, especially if it's not coated. But man, it's been used for years. It's beyond proven its worth. So that's why I rank this highly. And Bill did a very good design. Good job designing this blade. And let me just say, Spartan knocked it out, just making it a reality. So yes, I do recommend the Spartan Harsey Fighter. It's comfortable, and I guess if zombies were to pop up today, I would absolutely love to have this on my hip to take them out. With that being said, everybody take it easy. Enjoy your day, enjoy your life. And until the next one, thanks for watching.